we have Robbin of Soule, who's been in the industry for how many years?
30?
30 years. So we're going to be learning how to cook sweet potato fritters. And what do we have here? Cinnamon.
We're doing an almond butter, cinnamon cookie.
Cinnamon cookie.
But it's a gluten-free and dairy-free cookie.
Let's talk a little bit about who you are. Tell us about how you got into the culinary industry.
Well, I started in culinary, period, when I was about 12 years old. And I don't know what it was, but I would read gourmet magazines. I would read cookbooks. Like, normal kids are out running around, and I'm looking at cookbooks. My mom was nice enough that on a Saturday, she would get a shopping list of stuff that I would give her, and I would spend the whole day in the kitchen cooking like 3 or 4 course meals, desserts, crazy stuff.
Right. The sibling you always wanted.
Yeah, right. My dad was good with that. And then, I don't know, I had gone to school for graphic art and graduated and was working and hated it. And I just knew that I needed to step back and refigure everything, and I started waitressing. And as soon as I was in the restaurant, it was like an addiction. I couldn't stop talking to the chefs. I wanted to work on the line. I wanted to know what they were doing, what the ingredients were. It was just nonstop, and it just kind of grew from there. And I'm here.
That's great. That's really interesting that you had that passion at such a young age.
Yeah, and completely self-taught.
Yeah.
No culinary school, no nothing. I've had amazing chefs in my life that were patient and taught me so many things, and it just kept bringing me to the next level and to the next level.
Tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles that you faced while building your business here at Soule.
Well, anyone who's an entrepreneur knows figuring out your business plan, figuring out the finances of things, all the ins and outs of licensing, your zoning permits, all the people that you talk with all the time, just to open the door. And then coming from what I'm coming from is I'm in the back. I'm a kitchen person. I'm not in front of everybody. I never knew my customers. I was always the back of the house. So coming into a business that is one-on-one, all of my classes are face-to-face live classes, and then running a business, not knowing how to run a business. Like, I literally was online all the time, researching, writing how to write a business plan out, what to plan for, what you're looking for in businesses, insurance, backup money. It was almost overwhelming, and then you just kind of kept saying to myself, this is where you're supposed to be, this is what you're supposed to be doing, slow it down and take one step at a time. So for anybody that is starting a business, don't jump into it. This business, I've learned to step back and really look at things and try to understand my clients, the customers that are coming in, the kids that are coming in, and understand what this is going to be about. Enough about me. I'm using coconut oil. Yes.
Yes, that's a healthy alternative.
Yes,
to
but on the
butter.
same note, I'm just going to let you know. I love coconut oil, and I got to the point where I was using coconut oil in everything, on everything. Coconut oil has a lot of fat in it. So I'm over here going to the gym and cannot understand why I am not losing weight, and then it clicked, coconut oil. So everything is moderation.
So you tend to use a lot of fresh ingredients.
Yes.
Why is it important to use fresh ingredients while cooking?
First of all, for the flavor and for the nutritional part of it. I try to use as much organic as possible. Pretty much everything in the kitchen is GMO free, and if you do not know about it, I'm not going to go into it, but please look it up because it is devastating to our society right now. If you look at all the people that have cancer in our society right now, think about it, even just 20 years ago, it wasn't even an option. Like, it was not something you heard of every day. Right now, it is insane, and I'm guaranteeing it is the foods that we're taking into our body, the chemicals that are in your household, the stuff that you're using to wash your dishes, your laundry, your floors, all of that stuff have so many chemicals in it that are absorbed into your body, and your body is basically creating its own cancers now. So just look it up, read about it, and educate yourself on it, because it's something, seriously, it needs to be done.
So that's
our
like a little
batter
ice-
is super easy. That's all it is. All I do is put a little scoop in there, and it doesn't matter if you've got extra little random sweet potatoes that are still not ground up. But they go right in, and you kind of squish them out and let them cook
I
up.
like the ice cream scoop.
Oh yeah, that's like my second hand.
It's like a
Between
perfect little
that
circle.
and this, my mini offset, and anybody that knows me, it's these and this. When I was in corporate and using massive batters and we were doing cakes, that's all you worked with was something like this, but a big one. And you're just like, okay, we need 6 of those going in. So this has fennel in it, which a lot of people don't use fennel. It is such an underrated herb. It's so wonderful. The flavors that you get out of it just bring your food to another level. Seriously, another level.
So now what's your clue when it's time to flip them?
Unlike pancakes, it doesn't
It
bubble.
doesn't bubble. Yeah, I was just noticing that.
I'm pretty much on the time. I always check just to see. I'm somebody who is usually using a gas stove. So this business I don't have like an Ensel system. I don't have a gas stove where I'm working with an open flame. Everything is an induction table or a hot plate or an electric grill or my convection oven. And it's using your food and cooking your food at the quickest temperature, at the quickest amount of time, touching your heat. So you keep your vitamins, your minerals in all of your food.
Oh, wow.
So that's your main goal is,
That's interesting.
yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. Now see, that's all you're looking for.
So they still look like pancakes.
They do,
just
right?
They don't just give you that tell that they're
Yeah.
ready.
But the
They're
thing
pancakes.
is now do you see how when I'm flipping this over, you kind of pat it down,
Yeah.
and it
She's-
gives it
yeah,
like the
she's
perfect
patting it.
little shape.
Mhm.
Now you can do these in smaller sizes, like little teeny tiny bite size, little petites. They're amazing. But this is how easy it is. Like seriously, this is all it is. It puffs up a tiny bit. Okay.
Really cute.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's definitely a great idea for like a party, as like a little hors d'oeuvre you serve before, the main course.
Mhm.
Like in little cute little plates.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and it's such a pretty presentation. Today I was at the store and I found pomegranates. Pomegranates are
Wow.
like my favorite thing.
Pomegranate.
So yesterday at my Buddha Bowl class, I started
This is
breaking up a bunch of pomegranates, and I was like, you know what? They'll be really pretty on the plate. So when you're plating something up, you don't have to have all the things that are in your item that you're putting in, but keep it healthy, and keep it in the rainbow. Make your plate pretty and presentable and colorful, and immediately your eyes like, oh, I want some of that.
Now what
So-
are you working with now?
This is farmer's cheese. Normally I would be making my own, but all it is farmer's cheese is super easy, nice and soft. I mean, the consistency is almost like a cream cheese. It's a
Yeah.
little bit drier than a cream cheese. This is how easy this is. I'm telling
really
you.
like
You mix that up. You're going to hit it with a little pinch of salt and
and then you mix it up.
honey.
Ooh.
And then you mix it up together.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're gonna mix that up.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh,
You're gonna
yeah.
do the mixing.
All right.
You are. You gotta get your hands in
All
there.
right. I'm just sitting
You're
here
like, wait a
thinking,
minute, I'm enjoying this.
All I had was a really small shake
Just
for
mix
breakfast because
Oh, seriously?
I wanted.
I was just thinking of like, they're gonna hear my stomach growling.
Oh,
It's not
stop.
good.
You just gotta mix it up real nice. It's gonna get nice and smooth. Oh, yeah.
I know, I gotta put some arm into it, right?
Get the muscles going.
You're doing a great job, Bev.
She's a natural.
My new lease online.
Don't tell the kids. They may expect you to do
Well,
or
see,
make
there you
food
go.
all the time.
Believe me, that will
Don't tell
never
our
happen.
kids.
Alright, are we,
That's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Alright.
What we're doing is, and this is another trick that's so simple. Pastry bag, you can use a plastic bag, doesn't matter. Go to Michael's, go to AC Moore's, they have tips. Just get a little star tip or a little round tip. Keep them in the house all the time. They're like 70 cents. It's the easiest thing to use, and it's a great way to finish your product. So I've got it in a bag.
You have to tag Michael's and AC Moore's for this video.
Okay. Joanne's too.
Joanne's is very good.
That's where I get a lot of my stuff, most of my stuff, and my my art supplies for the studio too. See, this is why I have the offset. You can use everything. You do everything with it. Do you want to taste it?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for the top thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I did right?
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Me and my staring.
All right.
I feel like a little kid.
I know, I'm like watching it from
I used to
my mom
watch
too.
my grandma, well, my mom too. She made the best meals. But I just feel like I just like stand there, and she would always give me like a little taste.
Right,
And,
yeah.
and
Yes.
I do
That's
that.
the best.
I actually do that to my kids. Here, you want a piece of cheese? I'll walk over and give them cheese.
So while we are waiting for that, I'm going to do this really quick. If you guys want to do this,
Yeah.
we're going to go right above here. We have almond butter. Let me tell you something. If you're going to do almond butter, make sure you taste it, because there's so many out there that have no flavor whatsoever.
Okay, so this is the half a cup.
That's the half a cup.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Yep.
Almond butter.
And this is what we're using today.
I've
We're
actually
using
never,
Barney's.
I never used almond butter.
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
either.
All right, you got to taste this. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you now. That's okay, we've got more. You can taste the roasted almond in it.
That's good.
It's it just makes such a difference. It's so delicious. You're working that offset beautifully. Just drop it in
Oh
there.
my
It's
god,
good.
that is really good.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Taste that.
Good, right?
Right?
But wait, there's
Right.
like a flavor right at the end too, where the almond really pops.
There's a
know.
tiny bit of cinnamon in it. It's all flavor.
What is
I
this
love
now?
this. That's Barney's.
Barney butter, almond
Yep.
butter, crunchy.
Amazing.
And it's only 7 carbs.
Yup. All right, so we're
Okay.
gonna put
What do you need?
quarter cup of maple syrup. We have organic maple syrup over here.
It's your turn, Beth.
Use pure maple syrup, please. Please, please, please. Do not use artificial anything. Vanilla, any
Say quarter.
extracts.
Yeah, quarter cup.
Oh, professional.
I know it has to be eye level. I learned that in the home ec when I was younger.
So
Gotta
that's
pour it
going in.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, now you can spoon. And we're doing 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Darling.
Cinnamon and lemon.
Cinnamon.
Now what's Saigon cinnamon?
Saigon cinnamon
That's
is
the brand.
just smell it. You just have to smell it. There is such a beautiful fragrance that
Bam!
bam. Smell that. Right?
Oh, that's really
Isn't
good.
that beautiful?
That's
It's not
really
just,
good.
it's like
It's
chai.
Exactly.
Yeah, it smells like
there's
chai.
like another different level to it.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is. I've used so many different cinnamons. I started using Saigon cinnamon, and there's just nothing like the flavor of it.
This?
So the oats are in already, and these are gluten-free oats that you can throw in.
What is this?
This is mini chocolate chips and dried organic cranberries. What?
Go ahead, dump it in.
Dump it right in. All right, so we have the almond butter, the maple syrup, cinnamon, Our oats, we're not doing walnuts, and we have a pinch of sea salt
Or the sea salt.
for our.
I don't like the way you did that. You gotta put more in it.
Gotta bam it. Go
Get
ahead.
up.
There you go.
Alright, we gotta, yeah, now we have to mix it all together.
Yep. Now the true test if it's gonna the fuse is gonna blow or not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You can't blow fuses
I
yet.
know.
We need cookies.
I know. No, we need to finish this too.
No, so what was
This-
what was the tahini?
The tahini is the normal
But was that
cookie recipe in here. I usually use tahini. Have you ever used tahini before?
I mean, I've eaten it, but
It's
but was it in there already?
no.
Oh, okay.
I changed the recipe up a
I
tiny
gotcha.
bit.
Okay. Will we be able to make some of these recipes available to people?
Absolutely.
Would you be okay with that?
Oh,
Awesome.
sure.
So we'll do a little bit of that. You guys have some new holiday treats.
Yes.
And if you have,
And invite us over, please.
she's really shy. See how easy this is?
Oh, wow.
All you're doing.
And it's really quick.
It's
just
super quick.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can do this as a bar if you want to use it as a cold bar. I'm going to bake this off, and it changes the whole consistency of everything. It's so good.
It's actually good for like a little workout snack.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
there's nothing in here. The maple syrup is really your only sugar that you're putting in here. The almond butter is great protein for you.
Yeah.
The oats are sustainable energy. So, I mean, it's all win-win.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
chocolate.
And chocolate, yeah.
She's on my way with it.
See, she's already got her energy. Cool. And all this is pressing it down, popping it out, and putting it in.
Those handy dandy little
I'm telling you, these little ice cream scoopers are awesome.
You can make mini meatballs with that too.
You can make mini meatballs, you can do truffles with them. I mean, it really is.
Now, where do you
all
get
the time.
something like that?
You can get them anywhere now. All places have them. And some of them have them like the, what is it, XOX?
XO brand, yes.
Yeah. I know they have them too. And if you have coating chocolate at home or kind of like chocolate chips, if you add a little tiny bit of oil and melt your chocolate down,
Oh,
you can drizzle this,
that'd be awesome.
or you can dip them. Yeah, that's
Seems
just
essential.
You just eat it.
Options.
There you go.
So growing up, is there anyone that really inspired you to do what you're doing today? I know.
For food-wise, it would be my girlfriend Amber. My girlfriend Amber is just an amazing chef. She puts these combinations together that just blow me away. And she is actually the one person who kept saying, "You need to be in the kitchen. You need to be working in the kitchen."
She was that little voice.
She was that
The little
voice. Yeah,
voice.
she's that little voice on your shoulder. Amber, yes, but then when I started business and really started seeing the people that are out there and trying to find people that would inspire me to keep going and keep learning, people like Marie Florio, man, that girl, I love watching her. Brene Brown, she's my grounding inspiration. I love watching her and listening to her speeches, and she's on a lot of TED Talks also. There's just a lot of people that I start to look at work ethics of people and who follows through with things, like simple things, doing phone calls when somebody calls you about something, calling back. Like, I can't believe people that are in business that don't do something like that.
You're right.
It's
Yeah.
crazy to me. My husband is probably one of the best people that I look at as a business person because he's always really fair and he always calls back, and he would never do, he's a contractor, so he would never do something just to make the money. He would do it to be creative and have the person enjoy it and love what he's doing. And that's what I kind of focus on here is I just want everybody to really feel comfortable coming here, knowing that they can learn how to cook, decorate cakes, take a breather from life, do some art.
Yeah.
It's just time to kind of disconnect from the craziness of all the electronics and bringing the kids to school and what are they doing here, and just downtime and just kind of connecting again to some being inspiring, being inspired by food and art again, and lots of music. I was playing music here. All right, these are going in the oven 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes to mix it, 5 minutes to bake it.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
That's really incredible.
That's
Yeah, it
really
is.
simple. So, since we've got our little babies over here, let's see. This is going to come out.
I can never get that.
I am with you.
It would be like
It's
one
just
big,
a circle. It's
Okay.
just starting one end, letting it go on in a little circle, and let it fill in. And that's all it is.
Still would feel it. It's fine to be like,
or we would have
Really
eaten
good.
it already.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it would have made it.
oh, so what's that?
These are chives. My garden is still producing chives.
That's
Oh, wow.
great.
My herbs, my thyme, my sage, everything. It's crazy this year. I can't figure out what's going on with this stuff.
So you're just trimming some.
And all I'm doing is just trimming it off and putting it on top, just so that you've got a little color. Super, super easy.
So to keep it fresh, and I'm just realizing that you have it in water.
Yep.
So how long does it keep it fresh?
I keep herbs on my workbenches and my workspace at home all the time, and they'll last like flowers. They'll last about a week, and
That's
then
great.
you can
I
kind
didn't know
of
that.
change in
Okay.
water.
You know, that's interesting, because sometimes I'll buy the basil at the grocery store that's still in the bulb, and I'll keep it in water, and I feel like it still goes, in a matter of a day.
That basil over there is
Yeah.
the basil that's in the plastic that you buy at the shop
Yeah.
rats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same with the parsley. And I kept them in a container, and I have a self-watering underneath of it. And so it's got a little air to breathe, and it just keeps growing. I keep trimming it back, and maybe
Oh,
it'll
that's
last me all
fantastic.
winter,
Yeah,
hopefully.
that's probably what I was doing wrong the whole time.
What?
It wasn't lasting long enough.
Yeah.
I always end
And you
up.
spend a fortune. I mean,
You
that's
do,
a lot
I know,
of
but let me
fortune
tell you,
for it.
that is my favorite smell ever.
Ah.
I love basil. I would just hang it up in my car if I could. My kids didn't think it was weird. But
Mom, what is that?
then again, they are teenagers, so they think
True.
everything is weird these days.
You know what? They're going to realize just how cool you are when they get a little older,
Yeah.
because they're going to find out that people don't do what you do. You're probably the first person that I've seen that just attacks. Like, you just say, and not attack in a bad way. You see something and you just go for it. If you think that it's right, I watch you all the time, and you're like, boom, go for it, golden. Going for it, golden again. I'm like, damn, that girl is good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you can use fork. Ta-da! Simple, simple, easy.
Very simple.
Yes.
Very pretty.
And if you want, you can take your chive instead of chopping it up. Cut a couple pieces of it. And just crisscross it right on top.
Oh.
And it makes it look really pretty.
So
It's just a
cute.
little simple. It's just simple little things that you can add to it. But you guys want to taste? You can just pick them up if you like.
Yes, I was
Oh,
gonna.
weird.
There you go.
Works out, not totally picking it up. I didn't want to be rude.
And
Don't be shy.
do we put the pomegranate on it? Should we do that? Or not really? Is that just for
It's
decoration?
just for decoration.
I like the pomegranate. Oh, wow. That's good. It's very, oh, I don't know, taste it.
The fennel and the cinnamon.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. Good.
Simple, easy.
That is good. Oh my
It
god.
didn't take long at all.
No.
I feel like Guy Fieri when he goes.
Oh, you're funny.
That is really good. So this is good. I'm so sorry you're not enjoying this with us because it took what, like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
In total, just to make this deliciousness.
Yep. Both of these recipes take about 10 minutes together. Super, super easy.
The pomegranate. Beat up. Yeah. That's out of this world. That's really delicious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna have one more.
Go for it.
You want this?
Well, I'm gonna stick around for the cookies.
That's it. I like it with the pomegranate on it. It just
Yeah.
I
gives
was
a
going to
little-
say,
that
it would
extra
probably
zing.
do really well. You could probably add it to the base of the fritter
Okay.
and put the
Oh.
pomegranate
Inside.
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 That'd be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we're on the cookies, and again, this was something else that we just
But I mean, you can smell.
took
You
5
can
minutes.
smell
to
the
No, 5 minutes to prep.
that the,
Oh, yeah, it's just
the almond butter.
Yeah.
You can smell the cinnamon in it. It's like you can have this as you can have it in a raw form. You can have it in a baked form. Like I said, you can drizzle chocolate on it. It's endless what you can end up doing. You can flatten them, little flat cookies, and decorate them for the kids, and they think that they're eating something sweet, and they don't realize that it's healthy and nutritious for them and good energy for them.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is
So now, Robin, you also offer classes here, not just the cooking classes, but art classes as
we do
well.
art classes. We've been doing a lot of mandala painting, and I love it. It's just one of those things that you completely get lost in. Most classes are about 2 hours or 3 hours. I love the design. I'm just saying. I love the designs. So I kind of pick, whatever designs I'm picking is something that I'm really attracted to. It's like we did a harvest sunflower the other day, and I just kept looking at it. So like to do something that you really love and you look at it and it's so pretty, it's just like a win-win thing. So yes, we do that. We do jewelry making. We do container gardening, painting gardening pots and then putting your herbs and everything else in them. We do them as birthday parties. We did a unicorn birthday party that was insane. We did a, what else did we do? Art. I'm trying to think what art stuff we've been doing. Oh, in the art form, but it's still in culinary form, is sugar cookie decorating. We've been doing mandala on sugar cookies.
Oh, wow.
They come out
That is
so pretty.
so
They have
cool.
that neon, the neon royal icing, and when they dry, they're beautiful.
So do you do gift certificates for people who want to give,
Mhm.
you know, a gift for the holidays, a cooking class?
Everything.
Yeah.
Yep. We have gift certificates. Okay.
That was good.
Right?
Get out of here.
So simple, so easy.
You can totally
I'm
taste
not
But
scared.
it's like, get out of here.
This is so good.
This is really good.
And how easy is it?
Yeah.
5 minutes and 5 minutes.
You would have never known this is healthy.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's crazy.
And I'm not just being like, you know, nice or anything like that.
It's
I'm pretty
really
honest. This is really good. I would have never known this is healthy. Like, you could give this to your kids, and they'll
No, it
probably
doesn't
just
need
ask for
cinnamon
more.
or anything on it. I
They
could see
hold
where-
up beautifully.
Yeah.
That is, and what's amazing to me is it really is, as you go through it, tell me if I'm crazy, the flavors come out almost like one by one.
Mhm.
Because like 1 minute I was like, oh, I totally did almond butter. Then I was like, oh, there's the chocolate.
And then there's cranberry.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get, pomegranate would go beautifully in this. Oh, pomegranate syrup. Have you ever had this?
No.
Oh my God. This stuff is amazing.
So you would use that
It's
instead
a
of the maple
molasses.
syrup?
No. You
Oh.
use a little bit of it to drizzle. If
Oh,
you were
wow,
gonna do
okay.
it, if you were gonna do the chocolate, if you're melting your chocolate, put a little pomegranate, it's a molasses kind of,
Yeah.
add it to the chocolate, so you've got like that different level of flavors. You've got chocolate and you've got that cranberry pomegranate flavor. Drizzle it on top of that, so then you're getting the chocolate and the pomegranate along with it. The flavors will be amazing. This stuff is
Can you
so
guys
good.
see this? It's really,
Simple, simple.
it's
really
very
good.
simple and so delicious. In fact, I'm gonna need a bag. I need it to go
Done.
back. I need it to go back.
I got you covered.
So tell our audience where they can find you on social media and
Go for it.
your website.
Our website is Soule, Culinary and Art Studio.com. On there, you'll see we have blogs. I have a blog going about our Pasta Granny events and all of our events through the whole studio. I'm also setting up a storefront, so that's going to be on the website. You can find us on Soule on Facebook, and
Instagram?
that's what I'm trying to think. It's Robbin Soule Studio.
Yes. It's Robbin Soule.
Because I'm still learning Instagram.
She'll get there.
I'm gonna get there, but it is a task.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about how she made these products, we'll definitely post recipes and her website. I truly encourage you to really look her up. She's based out of Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Does amazing classes. If you're looking for an idea as a gift, the gift of doing something. You know, sometimes that actually you make memories that way.
The experiential gifts.
Yeah, it's
sometimes so
experiential.
wonderful.
It's just making memories.
Yeah.
Making memories.
It's making memories.
Like we're doing right here is making memories. So thank you, Robin,
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank
us
you so
on
much.
Lee Jane TV. We're so happy that you invited us into your kitchen. Just your warmth and glow about love for cooking and helping others really have that love for art and cooking really inspires us.
Well, I'm just so thankful for you coming, and I love having people here and getting to talk to everybody, and you guys are just amazing. So it's all a no-brainer. It's all
Yeah.
easy.
That's it for
Yes,
now.
thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks
Have
for
a great
coming
day.
in.